Thank you for joining me back on the channel. In the last episode we finished off the braces. I'm just putting them on a pallet, or prepping a pallet to get them put onto that so I can move them around into the barn where I'm going to be working on this green oak project for the majority of the time. Just got them braces out the workshop. I have wrapped them up, so if you know better and say that's a bad idea, comment below quick, because I'll quickly get them unwrapped. But I need to be dipping into them to check the mortise anyway, so probably keep them covered from sunlight with a sheet, stop any like hot sun getting on them, and hopefully the plastic wrap keeps the moisture in until they're fitted. That's all the carpentry content I've got today. It's a full day of farming, but a couple of months ago I did a little bit of a project on my van. I'm going through my van a bit. I'm thinking of using it for maybe a year or two more and then trading up, getting something a bit nicer. But it's just starting to look a bit ropey. It's a 2010 plate, no, 61 plate. So it's just over 10 years old now. I bought it as in a fairly rough state when I bought it, but it was really cheap. It's all I could afford at the time. For such a big van, they seem to hold their money because the courier companies like this size of van. But yeah, I've not really spent any money on it. It's been a great van. Just want to get it looking a tiny bit better. So I started off by doing this little project with the bumpers, which has turned out really good. So start off with, I got the van washed. As you can see, Spot the doggies here helping me with the project, as always. I just gave it a really good steam cleaning on all the bumpers and the black parts of the van so that it got off any waxes or silicons that may be a residue on there as much as possible. Then I bought this product. It's available on Amazon. I bought it on Amazon. It's g-techniq product, and it comes with in a little kit with some applicator pads and a cleaner. So went over all the black plastics with the cleaner, which is like an IPA solvent, and then took the product and they give you some little foam like makeup removal pads to apply this product. It's a tiny little bottle and it's about 50 quid. But it's made such a difference to my van, and I genuinely think it's added hundreds, if not £1,000 worth of value to my van just on how it looks, and it was like a 40 quid bottle of product. So I hands down cannot recommend this product enough. If you've got like even a 2 or 3 year old van and the plastics are starting to look a little bit faded, this product really does last. So just spent a bit of time going around, being careful near the paintwork not to get any on the actual paint itself. If you want to be really careful with it, you can obviously mask off your paintwork, but this is an old van and it was perfectly fine to apply it with a pad and just being careful at the edges. Really, really easy to apply. I actually got rained off when I started applying this at one point and stopped halfway through one of the panels. It didn't really make any difference at all. You can see where I stopped and started later on. So dead easy product to apply, and it really has lasted a long time. It is pretty much a permanent restorer. It's brilliant. I got really fed up of using the back to black products like the silicone sprays that you traditionally use to make your bumpers look black again, because they last about 3 or 4 days, maybe a week, and then it's back to looking like faded grey plastic again. The biggest transformation really was that front end, like that big bulk of plastic that makes up the front of the van. It's just made it look brand new again. It looked, when I'd finished this, a brand new Sprinter delivery van pulled in the yard, and my van genuinely looked newer. Like the front end of my van looked newer than the brand new Sprinter that was in the yard. So it was fantastic to see. You can see like the comparison video here. It's not the best comparison ever, but it gives you a good idea of what it went from to what it looks like now. So just a few more bits that I want to get sorted on the van. I don't want to spend a fortune on it, but things like the number plate looks a bit ropey and there's a rusty screws in it. Sort them out. There's a couple of cracked lights on it, and I've already done it, but I've not featured it yet. But I've changed the wheels on it as well, so the wheels look new as well now. So they're all pretty frugal things to like spend your money on. I probably won't end up spending, when I do, I'm going to do the paintwork as well as like a few bits of rusty paint on the van. Probably won't exceed 1,500 quid in spend, but the van should look really, really tidy by the time it's done. I do about 4,000 miles a year, which is absolutely nothing for a van like that. So hopefully it will last me a long time and it'll be a really low cost of ownership. You know, 1,500 quid spend is the equivalent of sort of maybe 3 or 4 months of payments on a new van after you've put a big deposit down, after you've put after you then have to pay a big lump sum to own the van at the end. It's kind of a no-brainer for me anyway. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'll put some farming videos, what I've been up to today or whatever I've filmed after this, so anyone that wants to keep up with the farming content can go ahead and watch them after this intro, and I'll see you tomorrow. Lucy. Spotted this little fella in the road, look. Oh, mate. You're all right, buddy. No, don't go back in. I just saved your life, mate. Come on, let's get you over it. Good old boy, don't jump out my hand. Get in there, mate. Enjoy your hedge.